Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. Floyd Money Mayweather and Golovkin trainer Abel Sanchez both put Terence Crawford pound for pound or above Lomachenko. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing if you want to become part of the gang. Notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chat channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, these are two separate interviews. It wasn't like a tandem type of thing, but I wanted to talk about it because it's just something that I noticed it both happened in the same day, so I'm just going to take one video and kind of discuss it. First, I was at the Terence Crawford fight. Abel Sanchez was there. You'll see a little bit of footage. Abel Sanchez said that he believes Terence Crawford is higher than Lomachenko, right? The videos are surfacing. I ended up going live, so I didn't get all of him saying it, but I was right there when he was talking about it. And he says that Terence Crawford is rated higher than Lomachenko in his book, right? Or in his book. And then Floyd Mayweather just did an interview with Fight Hype, and he says that Terence Crawford is #1 pound for pound, the best fighter in the world, which both of these are huge compliments from two people in boxing that have been in boxing for a while. I remember watching a Mike Tyson fight and seeing Abel Sanchez in the corner. He was training Tyson's opponent in that particular fight. I forgot what fight it was, but I know it was a Mike Tyson fight. And obviously Floyd Money Mayweather, the greatest of this era, whatnot. So it's funny, man. New media, Ego's Army, killing. And I talked to Andre Ward, and he also said, he says it shouldn't be a competition. They're both great fighters, Lomachenko and Terence Crawford. They both could do their thing and coexist. But if I had to pick, he said I would put Terence Crawford a bit higher just because his resume is deeper to me, right? So that's two undefeated fighters, and then the trainer of an undefeated fighter, Gennady Golovkin, who sounds like maybe fights Canelo next in September. We got to wait and see. And the reason why I'm bringing it up is because it's current news, but also Ego's Army, we got this. We killing right now, new media, because I've said the same thing. I said Lomachenko, I've never taken anything away from Lomachenko. Said he's a terrific fighter, he's a great fighter, and he has tons of experience and is showing up. I gave him mad props for his win over Jorge Linares and even just accepting the fight, right? I promoted the fight. I went out to his media day for the Linares fight. And yet and still, you still have people like the man fans, the radical fans who say this, that, and the third, like, oh, you're racist and you hate Lomachenko because of my opinion. So you guys got to catch up, because once again, the difference between me and man fans is a lot of what is said by me on my channel. You have industry leaders, trainers, coaches, strength and conditioning coaches, pro boxers, former pro boxers, champions, former world champions that are actually saying some of the same things, right? Nobody's saying the stuff that you're saying. Hang it up. Again, I personally have Terence Crawford as pound for pound #1. I mean, the man has 37 fights, and he seems to be getting better and better. And yes, I do rate the Jeff Horn performance, because although I thought Jeff Horn was probably the weakest champion, the reason I say that is because there's immense talent in Errol Spence Jr., immense talent in Keith Thurman, and Jeff Horn was pretty much the newest. And I did have Pacquiao winning the fight. I keep it very transparent. However, it was a close fight, and Pacquiao didn't look like Terence Crawford looked, because there's levels in terms of IQ, in terms of finesse, in terms of the skill set. Terence Crawford is definitely in his prime, and he knows it, and he feels it. And it's not just the mere fact that he beat him. It's that he moved up 7 pounds, beat him really decisively, dominating him, and stopped him, and knocked him down. All this as a smaller guy. So you got now a bunch of people, detractors and haters, who are coming up out the woodwork, finding all these reasons not to give Crawford credit. But before the fight, they were saying Jeff Horn is going to sting him. They were saying Crawford only picks on small Gamboa and guys smaller, which we know that's not true. And we knew they were lying then because he fought a tall Julius Ndongo, a tall Victor Postal. You know what I mean? He's fought guys that are bigger. He moved up and fought Bradis Prescott, a guy who knocked out Amir Khan in 1 round. He moved up a weight division on 2 weeks' notice and beat him. A big puncher for Colombia. You know what I mean? So that dude, Terence, is a beast. So we're going to keep talking about it. Lomachenko is a beast too. But I personally rate Terence Crawford higher. So it was interesting to hear Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward, and Abel Sanchez give their takes on it. You guys can search the internet and find their interviews where they're talking about it more in detail. Now, on the Fight Hype interview, Floyd Mayweather did bring up something. And one, I give credit to Floyd because sometimes Floyd, he doesn't like anyone to steal the spotlight, so to speak. You know what I mean? So if someone's getting a lot of praise, sometimes it seems like even when Andre Ward was being mentioned as pound for pound #1 after he retired, he came out with that interview with ESPN and he basically said Virgil Hunter, oh, he can't train me. I need a former boxer to train me. Otherwise, I won't respect it. And he, you know, he kind of was bashing Virgil Hunter a bit, and he was like, oh, Ward lost to Kovalev. You know what I'm saying? But he gave it up. He said Terence Crawford is the best man. So I respect him for his honesty and you know what I mean, letting someone else have the torch or whatnot. But he says Terence Crawford is the #1 pound for pound. He says it's clear to see. Now, he did bring up something to me that was very interesting. He says he's the #1 fighter in the world. He says, I'm going to keep rooting for him. I'm going to keep supporting him. And he's supposed to be the #1 fighter in boxing, or on his label at least. That's what he said. Like basically over there at Top Rank. And that's a good point. I do think Top Rank has invested a lot of energy in Lomachenko, who's a good fighter. I'm not mad at him investing energy, but I think they could probably do a little bit more. Terence Crawford looks, to me, harder to beat than Lomachenko, right? But you hear Bob Arum saying that Lomachenko is the best since Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean? Anytime people mention Muhammad Ali, it's just like that's in itself just having your name in the same breath. Now, Bob Arum did mention Terence Crawford with Sugar Ray Leonard, but it's something about Muhammad Ali, that name, like especially for a casual, that I think they'd be like, oh, Ali, damn, because everybody knows Muhammad Ali. They have a movie about him. I don't think they have a dedicated Sugar Ray Leonard movie yet. Maybe they probably will come out with one. But you know, it's just different. Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali, and you hear Bob Arum say some of these things. Crawford fought on the ESPN Plus app. A lot of people reached out to me and they didn't even know how to get the app. They were like, how do I watch this? So I think they could have done some more in the marketing department. I don't know if this is what Floyd was talking about, but this is what I'm talking about. Lomachenko, his last fight with Linares was a very good fight, competitive. He got knocked down, said he had a shoulder injury in the 2nd or 3rd round or so, but it was on the regular ESPN. I think the type of fight that this was, it would have been great to have it on the regular ESPN platform, because everyone could just turn to it if you have basic cable, etc., instead of having to download an app or do 7-day trials. You know what I mean? I think why eventually I can understand everything's going to streaming or whatever the situation, but for this fight, I think they should have just put on regular ESPN and get some of the smaller fights to help spearhead it. And then once people are familiar with it and you see your subscriber counts going up with the amount of purchases that of people that have the ESPN Plus, then you start putting some more star power fights. But that's just my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Abel Sanchez, he says after the Crawford fight that he rates Crawford higher than Lomachenko. Andre Ward says they're both great, but he would put Crawford higher. And then Floyd Mayweather did an interview with Fight Hype, and he says that basically, he just said flat out, he didn't mention Lomachenko, but he just said flat out, Crawford is the pound for pound #1. Let me know your thoughts in my commentary and what was said by these trainers and fighters that are undefeated. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.